Oh, you will find out soon. Uh,
Or I won't.
or you won't.
Like that famous line from Star Wars. You'll be dead. I think that's what the movie's famous for, right? Favorite character from Star Wars? Guy at Cantina.
Oh, really? Mine's the A-wing pilot who smashes into the Star Destroyer in Return of the Jedi.
Biggs Fatley?
Yes, I do know they actually had a name. I don't actually know
Porkins.
what it
His
is.
name is Porkins. I just couldn't remember it for a second, so Biggs Fatley was just a funny joke.
Oh, I know he
Because
actually has a name in like a story. I've read it
Porkins,
at
yeah,
some point.
Porkins is his actual name, but that character, the actor rather, that plays him, plays characters that have like stupid fat guy humor joke names and like anything he's ever played. So it's always like Porkins or some shit.
Funny.
The droidica are the best. They don't even need to be. They're just the best. They don't need story. They don't need names.
I mean, if they didn't need story, they wouldn't exist.
I'm sure there is an expanded universe story about a droidica.
A droidica and a battle droid fall in love.
Well, I mean, if you mean droidica as in the ones that roll up and have two blaster arms and a shield, then
Yeah, those things are.
okay. Because I was gonna say Bones, which is the you know Bones, right?
General Grievous?
No, Bones. He's what do you call just the regular army of the
Battle droids?
yeah, but they're like the rank and file ones, the ones that are like Roger Roger. He's like an assassin version of one of those. Like he gets
I thought
reprogrammed or
those were
something, and
just.
he's like fucking badass, and he kills everybody, and and he keeps getting like destroyed, but rebuilds himself, and to the point where a bombing run on an AT-AT is what takes him out.
It's a hardcore droid.
I think it's
I love.
Bones.
Yeah, I thought they were just called battle droids, and then there was the super battle droids, which are just battle droid
Yeah, Mr.
2.
Bones is his name.
Mr. Bone.
Oh, he was from the sort of in between series, right? That's I think you had actually said that. I just kind of caught the.
Pretty sure he's canon.
Yeah, I think he's actually new canon, right?
Yep.
That's between series, yeah.
New canon, otherwise known as just canon.
No, after Disney bought it, no, all that's not canon.
No,
None of it.
he is canon because he's from the new canon stuff. He's in the new canon books. He's not EU, which is not canon, which is why I'm saying there's only one canon.
Yeah.
I had this argument with our reaction show that we do for Death Battle when it was the guy from Naruto versus Obi-Wan, and they kept throwing out old EU facts, expanded universe facts, and it's like, doesn't count anymore. I don't care if that other guy's so powerful he can like pull out singularities from black holes. He's not canon anymore.
Who would win? A brick or a bucket of sand? Think about
I
that.
guess the bucket of sand. Because one, they're not going to move ever, so we're just counting on the slow expansion of the sun to see which one takes the other one out. And one is made of clay, aka the brick, and the bucket of sand is made of sand. Sand will turn into glass, and the brick will dissipate because clay has a lesser molecular strength than sand does. So the hotter sand gets, the more things it turns into. Not to mention, you said a bucket, and I don't even know if it's a metal bucket, a wooden bucket. Look, man, I'm just giving your
It's
thing serious
a
thought.
It is a brick bucket.
Well, then it's still sand because the brick bucket is probably bigger than the brick.
Now these are the questions that need to be answered.
Just answered them.
Not guy from Naruto versus Obi-Wan. Not Star Trek or Star Wars.
Well, I will tell you, all of our reactions, I have won 2 of guessing who would win and arguing it versus all of Griffin's, all the rest of them. I gambled on the guy from Naruto to win. A guy I know so well that Kakashi, there we go. I was saying, a guy I know so well I can't remember his name. I bet Kakashi could beat Obi-Wan. And then they pulled out all that EU bullshit. By the way, the comment section hated that. Hated that I brought up that it was no longer canon, I mean.
It really bothers me not at all.
Yeah, well, if you're tuning in because you like Obi-Wan or some shit, me saying that the new Jedi Order books are no longer canon, I guess really doesn't like they really don't like it. I can't help it though; they're not canon. And the argument that well they're just a different canon, no, that's not different canon. That's not canon. There's only one canon, and that's why it's called canon.
Speaking of cannons, how much does one cost in the game?
In this game,
Yes.
there is somewhere an actual rule for it.
Yeah, I was just looking at it earlier.
I think it's in the main book. You can find engines of war, which are like your cannons and stuff like that. You can also buy
962 gold coins.
you can also buy a steam tank if you have Mangaush. You can have the price of a steam tank. Well, you might have to put it together piece by piece. I'm not sure. Oops.
Yeah, 950. Or you could get a stone hurler for 2/3 of the price. Or a bolt thrower for 1/3 of the price.
Well, it's not like we're going to be buying these things.
It's not like you're going to be stealing them either.
There's a military camp. I'm sure they have a cannon.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be walking out with one, though.
Oh, really? Oh. Well, is that a challenge?
Yes. As I understand it, you have 2 weeks to accomplish this.
Alright, Nero, we're getting ourselves a cannon.
I'm down.
But it's not canon.
It's the new cannon.
Yeah, it's our cannon. Okay.
I do love that Rutherford's going to engage in acts which will get everybody killed because he won't be around anymore. Whereas I only engage in acts that get me killed.
If they give me the cannon under false pretenses, it's still stealing. But they could just give it to me, right?
Why would they, though?
Because sometimes accidents happen. Sometimes you join the military, and for some reason, your documents have been forged.
I just don't think we even have enough people to drag a cannon out of there, let alone... Well, we'll give you a cannon, but it looks like you don't have enough men to move it anywhere.
We can just get a boat.
Eventually, someone's going to have to put that cannon on the boat.
Well, we can just roll it on. The camp's right next to the water. I mean, everything's coming together already. I can feel it.
Again, cannons are heavy is what I'm getting at.
Well, we have an ox cart. I mean, we could just get rid of the cart and attach the cannon to it.
Sure. Fires once, right?
Oh my god, how much are cannonballs? That's another question.
Well, if everyone's here, I imagine we can get started. Fluff, are you on? Guess not.
You're muted, Fluff, if you're here. Oh yeah, by the way, you didn't add the mining guild to the map.
Yes, I realize that. I had way too much. Again, I was supposed to have today completely off at home on my PC, but that did not end up happening. So, and I didn't like entirely procrastinate either. I did get a lot of the prep I wanted to get done. It wasn't entirely procrastination.
I mean, it looks like this map took quite a while to make, so.
This is what from Inkart?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. I haven't used it in forever though. Looks like they've really added a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they've added a lot of features.
Oh, and you did get to look at those 2 small things I added to the document, right?
I did.
All right.
The
They
blind
going to
jack and the hookers.
Hopefully.
All right. Have we heard from Fluff yet or not?
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, we need our recap so I can keep filling time. I'm like, unfortunately, this isn't gonna look as nice as I wanted to, but it's okay. Y'all get the point, and it's missing an important thing, but whatever.
Well, I added the map to the overlay as well. But if you were watching the stream, you would know that.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm very flustered at the moment. Should be.
If you just slap yourself really hard, that usually works for me.
Well, then I just be flustered and slapped. Like that doesn't seem like it would help me. Oh yeah, I like the map up there. That's very cool. I like it.
Out in here.
Hey, Fluff.
Hey, hello.
I'm just waiting for my notes to load. I'm trying to.
You sound a little quieter than normal.
While we're waiting for notes to load, why don't we have everyone roll initiative?
I don't think I've rolled under 16 for my initiative for maybe 5 weeks.
I don't know why I completely forgot what an initiative roll was for a minute. I had to watch you all roll first. I was like, what's it, 3d10 plus, wait.
Pick a number, any number.
Too many games, man, just too many games.
Oh my, this makes me so sad. Trappings. Oh, here. Just look at it.
Why, did you buy full plate yet? Spend all that 50 gold or whatever?
No.
Fancy rags. Is that what you're trying to put?
Yeah, that's what I got from the Bogan Castle. Some fancy rags. That's all I got. Got to keep that tooltip there too, just so I know. I need new clothes.
Always hit the important things first.
Yeah, screw a weapon. I don't need that. I need clothes.
By the way, piecemeal armor.
We haven't been playing with those rules.
Okay, so don't pay attention to the parts of armor then.
Right.
Okay.
That's an optional rule that it's like another role in combat too.
No,
It's
I know
like,
it's how Warhammer works, but I was just looking at things because it's the easier way to get armor if you can't afford the whole thing.
yeah. That is the unfortunate part about it.
Well, I mean, like in Warhammer, it'd be like a way you were. Okay, I've got a leather chest piece, but I have chain leggings and I have a plate mail head. That sort of thing. Alright, you shot me in the head. That's where all my resistances are at.
At the start of the last episode, we were at Matilda's discussing our next move to deal with our big Lady Brianna. We took the pounds of silver that we got and we made them darts. And we looked back into the ledger to figure out if there was any info in there. Went over that there was a daughter, and I think it was, hopefully I'm saying this right, Jaloria Bogan? Maybe? She was born 3 to 4 years before the ledger ends. While we're discussing this, we take notice of the crown. Matilda actually suggests we get rid of the crown, and Rutherford is rather attached to it and doesn't seem happy about it. Genevieve tries to take it off with her hands, and it actually freezes and burns her hands. She even tries to take it off with the heated tongs, and it doesn't, that doesn't work. We figured out that we have to persuade Rutherford to take it off. So Ramon and Rutherford do a handstand competition. It still doesn't come off. It's just stuck to his head. Ramon does kicks Rutherford's face, still doesn't come off. That's when Genevieve decides that in order to convince Rutherford to take off his crown, that she swears to him that she will be his personal dragoon for life, and Rast also promises not to take the village from him. And so Rutherford agrees and seems to toss the crown into the fire, and it disintegrates. So with that taken care of, Marcia comes to the hut and announces that Brianna wants Matilda to be burned as a witch. We dispel Marcia and convince her to stay at Matilda's for now. She didn't give us too much information other than, Brianna just using her magic to convince everyone to follow her. So we decided on a plan finally. We decided to stealth in. So we assigned Rutherford to go in first and set the mansion on fire. And as he's going in, he doesn't really do a good job of stealthing in, so the ice monster notices him. But for everyone else, it seems like Rutherford disappeared and is replaced by Lady Brianna, and we're confused at what's happening. And he's talking to the ice monster as Lady Brianna, but the other party doesn't know this. Then we see 2 Lady Briannas, and we're all confused, but the battle starts. Whatever happens, the spell happens, and Rutherford turns back into Rutherford. Lady Brianna seems to be wanting to kill Rutherford. Jean goes to help him, and then he gets shot and is turned into snow, and all that left is there is his crown, but Rutherford disappears. During the fight, Ramon dies. He apparently explodes due to magic. Jean and Ras manage to meet up during the fight. Jean gets hit hard, but manages to escape with Ras, and they make it back to Bogan Castle. Rutherford, meanwhile, is at Bogan Castle naked, and he finds himself like in the shrine, and he just kind of wakes up really confused, and he like walks back out, and he meets up with Jean and Ras as he tries to explain to them like what's going on. He has no idea, and so Jean thinks that Brianna had to use the crown to disguise herself as different people in the village, possibly as Jeb, possibly as her mother. And with all of this going down, they decide that they're just like not fitted to deal with Lady Brianna. Like, we're not equipped to deal with her, so we decide to head out of the village to possibly seek out. And on our way,
I think you cut out, Fluff.
Yeah, the last thing I heard from her was we were heading out of town, and then she cut off.
On our way out. On our way out, we decided to take Matilda, Delilah, and Carla with us. And while we were passing by the village at night, Genevieve and Rutherford were smothering Delilah, and she managed to get away and run towards the village, or in that area. And then on the road, while we were leaving, came into contact with the notary, the knight, and a bunch of soldiers. I'm not sure how many there was. And Genevieve decided to go warn the knight that there was something dangerous in the town. And the knight, being all big knight of him, decided to say, well, go back to your post. And then she just kind of followed us on the cart. Well, I hid in the cart, in my rags.
oh my god. Hey, I wrote that we took, was it Matilda, Delilah, and Carla with us? Did we take them with us for sure? Because I wrote that down.
I don't think you took Matilda. I think you left Matilda and Elja there.
Yeah, we took Marcia and Delilah, and I was saying we should take Carla, but I don't think we ever actually went and got her.
Yes, you did. She's in your thing.
Yeah, I wrote.
Okay.
We mentioned that we took her, but that's why I wrote it down.
Yeah, so Delilah ran away because we were, I don't know, abusing her and kidnapping her. So now we just have Marcia and Carla.
I think she managed to get loose.
I didn't want her anyway. I just wanted her to shut up. I didn't want her saying jack shit. If Carla found out, it would be over. Anyway.
Awesome. So, I guess we'll pick up. But just a moment, I guess. I don't know if we actually got to you saying it, Nero, earlier, but of course, Nero will be leaving the game in a couple of weeks. So this is our last couple of games. So, let's make sure we give him a special Grimdark send-off, I guess.
How many more times can I kick him in the face?
Who's gonna read for me? Shit.
Yeah. We're still not sure, but he may be joining the game and taking over the role of one of the conspirators you guys are facing. so he will be working against you behind the scenes,
How
like any good.
dare he? How dare he? How dare you?
Burn him.
Of course, right now he is Rasmussen, so
Fun-loving, completely loyal Rasmussen.
and we're gonna pick up our game, and you guys, we're gonna have a little bit of a time skip. Of course, Carla has wanted to stay unnoticed. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. We're gonna assume you've been in Bobstadt for a few days now. You were able to get there and find a place to hide, because as some of you have read in your dossiers, some things in Bobstadt are quite strange. There's a lot of strange things going on here. Where do you guys think you would like to hold up? Remember, money is now an issue too, so if you stay at an inn, you've got to, pay rent.
How much is an inn? Like a room or two.
I'll get you that exact information. It's probably not too expensive. Whatever the rate is.
Also, is it snowing a whole bunch here too?
No, it seems the more you left Bogenhofen, the less snow there was. Right.
Yeah, which was really weird. I was not happy learning that.
Of course, Bogenhofen is crawling with many things at the moment, or not Bogenhofen, Bobstadt, including there's seems to be criminals everywhere, including the town guards, and there's a lot of them because nearby a mercenary camp has been set up next to the old castle. There's a decent sized amount of troops here. It'd be hard to get an exact count, but there's at least probably a battalion of guys. Let me see about this. And I can tell you how much a theater performance is.
So I'm just quickly going through the dossier to see what is pertinent in the immediate situation. Okay, well, I see that there is a cathedral to St. Milius. Given our current circumstances, I'm wondering if it might not be a bad idea to reach out to an actual member of the clergy and maybe loop them in to what is going on in Bogenhofen. Mind you, that carries a fair amount of risk on its own, but it's a suggestion.
What if Father Seneca is there?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm thinking we either stay at the Home of Delights or the Corpse Field.
I mean, Carla would like the corpse field. She votes for the corpse field.
Yeah, I know. I bet.
There's about the price for rooms. I posted it up in the Discord. So night above the stables, 6 brass pennies a night. Night in the common room, 1 silver. Night in the private room, 5 silver. Night in the back alley, 1 brass penny.
Also, the game's creator and the publishing company, and what edition he was using when he took that.
Yes. As that automatically copies in when you copy from Kindle.
And of course, you have to hit enter before you delete it. That's just copyright.
Now they know where the copyright is from.
How far is the corpse field?
Not terribly far, like a 20 minute walk from the south gate there.
Or a pinky's width, depending on how far away you are.
Okay, so we got old Harry's Inn, and I'm guessing is the Pint and Crown also an inn, or is it just a pub?
Is also an inn. Yeah, there's the inns are set up for large, and fast lodgings because this is a market town. This is how it thrives. And of course, it is market, so time is right now. Really, this is probably the biggest time of the year for this city, so it is filled with travelers.
I'd bet you money Horseface is at Harry's Inn. Because that's right behind the docks.
Well, Gastrup's Home of Delights might actually be a decent option if we want to lay low while we figure out what our next move is going to be.
We should probably find some place to stay, and then we should probably see who we should talk to for help. Like any authority figures that we could possibly talk to.
I don't know that
authorities or criminal figures.
I mean, like Genevieve knows a few people she could go to ask for help or advice.
I'm sorry, we just had a question. I didn't quite hear.
I was just saying that Genevieve probably knows 2 people or so to ask for advice on how to deal with the situation back at the village. But I don't know if like Ras or Rutherford have an idea of who to talk to.
Well, I have an old acquaintance. I consider him to be friendly, and he runs the House of Delights. His name is Albert Gastrup.
Oh, let's go there. That's Lord Rutherford hanging out at a house of pleasure. God, that's so like him.
Yeah. So I think as you guys enter the scene, this is a squirrely den. Like this sells to people coming to market towns for some quick excitement over the profits they just made. Before they have to go back and give it all away to taxes. So you can find almost any vice you want here. And maybe some old people you don't want to see. Rutherford, you're particularly almost as soon as you walk in, you're recognized. The man you remembered named Havard walks straight up to you and your posse, and he says, "Dimir, how nice to see you! How long has it been?"
Oh man, too long. When did they let you out?
Not long ago. A few years, maybe. Tell me, how is the cloth trade? Is that why you're in town?
I gave that up. Look at me. This looked like what I was selling.
They did a rough one on you. Let me ask,
They swindle.
what business are you in these days?
The mining trade.
Oh,
I
interesting.
own a mine end of town. I'm a lord.
Oh, Lord Demir, that's impressive.
Yeah. Thank you.
You notably have to be of noble birth for that.
Well, it doesn't matter how you get it. It just matters that you get it, if you understand what I'm saying.
All right. Well, if you would like to expand your business opportunities, I may have something for you. Maybe your associates would be interested. Need some financial backing.
You need financial backing. Or we do.
I do. Business.
Oh. You, of all people, don't have money.
Of course, but other people have it. But that's neither here nor there. Welcome to Bobstadt. I hope I'll see you again soon.
Don't get any trouble. I'm sure we'll meet each other at the market square again sometime soon. Or here, maybe.
Yeah. As soon as you're done talking to him, you notice him sort of disappear into the crowd, and he begins telling everyone, I just met my old friend Demier. He's right over there, and points to you multiple times.
Oh, this is fantastic.
While you're looking for Albert Gastrup, Rasmussen, it's. I think he finds you quite quickly, and sits down and he says, Rasmussen, an old friend, welcome. What can I do for you?
This is Gastrop, right?
Yeah. I think he maybe looks, I guess you're all together, so he would look at Genevieve and say, wait a second, I thought you weren't welcome here anymore. And the sort of like bouncer from nearby kind of stands up.
He was addressing Genevieve when he says that?
Yes.
Albert, she's with me.
All right, well, keep her off the drink, you hear?
I hear. Rasmussen looks askance at Genevieve, with a questioning look.
She just shrugs and smiles, and she's like, "I don't drink."
Well, it would appear that they think you do.
She smiles and she says, "I mostly sleep."
Mostly pass out. Okay. Yeah.
Albert, can you suggest a place for my companions and I to stay for a number of days? We're looking for someplace discreet, preferably with some small measure of privacy.
Well, if that's the case, I might have a place for you. You'd have to do me a favor in turn, though.
I would expect nothing less.
I need you to, I'll let you stay at this place, but at night, I'm going to need one of you to watch over it. Kind of get what I'm saying?
Understood. I think we can swing that.
All right. he talks to a bouncer and he says, "This is my old friend Rasmussen. He's gonna watch the house. He's gonna watch the house. All right. We can trust him. If not, we'll find him. Take him there." I think it's not long. You come out into the town square, and they take you down to a little, basically maybe no more than like a shack right on the river, and there's like a small dock on it, and he opens the door. Inside there are a few crates and stuff, maybe like 2 or 3 beds, and a person who is sleeping in there. The guard or the person who's escorting you says to this young man, "Hey, you're done. Get out of here. Come back in the morning. We got new people to sit the house."
Okay, perfect. I presume this place is kind of out of the way.
Yep.
There's a some distance between us and the nearest actual establishment.
A little bit, yeah. It's sort of in the back of like houses, right? It's like right up against the river.
Okay, so like we can reasonably expect to have a private conversation, and as long as we're not being too loud, it'll be like we can be assured of some small measure of privacy.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Also, I'm real sorry. I'll be right back.
So is this like part of the inn or not part of the inn?
No. This is a place that's kind of apart. It's a ways away.
Okay.
We're in the special area in another building.
Oh, interesting. And he says we have to guard it at night. All right.
We're
not
in
here.
nice
We're going to
area.
guard the actual establishment.
Okay.
But that'll give us a little bit of flexibility to figure out how we want to do things. So, cards on the table. It is my understanding that there is a single criminal syndicate that has an iron hold on this village, on this town. Mm-hmm. And we're not 100% sure what they're into, but I suspect that they're trading in some new form of narcotic. Now, it hasn't hit Bogenhofen yet, and I have no, real understanding of how potent it is, but it's entirely likely that one or more of us is going to be approached to somehow get involved in this. Now, personally...
Hold on. Sorry, if I can interrupt. At this moment, somebody knocks on the door.
I draw my flintlock.
Mm-hmm.
Open the door.
You see like a kind of a squirrely looking young woman. And she says, "I'm here to pick up 2.
Get out of here.
They said new people were here watching. I'm here to pick up 2. Come on, in the crates. I don't have all night. Let's go."
Get out of here.
Are you going to try and intimidate her to leave?
Sure. I'm telling her to get out of here. Some people don't understand privacy.
Oh.
She says, she goes, "Oh, what the hell is this? I'm going to Gastrop," and walks off. Anyways, Nero, as you were saying.
Exhibit A.
Yes, there are drugs here.
Okay, so actually, this might not be a bad time to get a sense of what is stashed here.
We should check the crates.
Going through them, they're filled with these interesting looking vials, right? They're kind of small, and it's weird because vials and glass is kind of expensive to make this small, and it's just filled with it, all of it, and it's kind of a strange liquid. it's not really like anything you're familiar with, and you've seen a lot of different kinds of drug use. Normally, their substances are sort of declared heretical by the church, right? That's sort of how drug enforcement works. You take this and you're a witch, and then you get burned at the stake. So there's usually a lot of money and profit to be made in selling drugs. But this is not one you're familiar with.
Okay, so before anything else, let's make an inventory of how much stuff there is here, because we want to keep a really close eye on it and make sure none of it goes missing.
I totally know someone who would want all this.
Yeah.
So I don't need an exact number per se. I just want to make sure that we know how much there is.
Yeah, we'll say the answer is a lot. There's a lot of individual doses, but you have an exact kind of count going over pretty quickly. And it's not long before that person returns and requests their vials. I'm imagining you're gonna like give it to them, right? Well, they return
16
with
silver.
the bouncer, and he says, "I'm pretty sure the boss let you stay here for free. I don't think you need to be charging people."
Is he referring to the woman from before? That
No,
came?
he's the bouncer is there talking to you, right? Like he came with the woman. Sorry,
Uh-huh.
I don't think I made that clear.
So we're expected to just hand over his property without knowing who we're supposed to give it to?
Look, if they know to come to the house, they know who it is. Okay.
Okay.
If there's ever a problem, we'll deal with it. All right. I'm watching.
I head over to the crate. I grab 2 vials. I hand it to her. And then I mark off 2 on the crate. Just, to mark that that's how many have been taken.
Okay. Nice. I can already see Rutherford is probably trying to pocket one.
If it happens to get in someone's pocket and the authorities are notified, things happen. People die.
Before the bouncer walks away, I'm going to ask him, who can I talk to find out about Castle Thorismond?
Like, what do you want to know?
I want to get a sense of how many men are stationed there, what kind of gear they have, if they have any, I don't know, siege weapons, cannons, that kind of thing.
Well, I don't know. The mercenary camp is recruiting. You can just walk right in. So,
good to know.
Take a look. Well, Castle Thorismond, usually not that many people actually there. It's kind of weird. So,
and who in this town reports to the is it the gaff, the graph? I can never remember.
The graph.
We got a mayor. He kind of, I don't know, guess does all the government stuff, but really, it's Gastrup and Drogan do most of the running of the town here, if you know what I mean.
Got it.
Few new guys in town, but they'll be gone soon, I'm pretty sure. And he cracks his knuckles.
All right. That's what I needed to know. Thank you.
So when
By the
this
way, how much do these drugs cost?
Are you asking the bouncer?
Yeah.
He smiles at you and he says, "Have to talk to the dealer. I just want this."
All right, will do.
So yeah, when this downside leaves, Genevieve looks at Ras and Rutherford like really confused as to what just happened, and she's like, "Wait a minute, are you saying that we're gonna stay here and guard contraband?
No.
Contraband?
We're gonna stay here. We're gonna pursue our interests and our plans for Bogenhofen, in addition to guarding contraband.
How does Carla look right now?
She looks so confused. She's
Was
like,
that?
How is Carla looking right now?
She's
Mortified?
like, she's like,
Crying?
no, she's like, do you think the drugs kill people?
Yes,
Yeah.
but that's not our problem.
She's like, oh, okay. I guess
no.
that makes sense.
So, Genevieve looks at both of them super confused. She's like, no, I'm not allowing this. We are not supposed to be guarding contraband. Like, this is not right. We're not, okay. Oh, I don't know what's going on in town. Why are there mercenaries here? Okay, I do not agree with guarding contraband. But
Okay.
until we figure out what the heck is going on, I'll go along with this craziness.
Think about it this way. You aren't guarding the contraband. You're here guarding Rutherford. I'm here guarding contraband.
She looks upset, but she's like, fine, but this will not happen for very long. This is not no.
Of course not. This is just a means to an end. That's all this is, and possibly a way to make some profit.
There's another knock at the door.
I crack open the door and say, "How many?"
3.
This is like, oh my god, no.
This is super sketchy. I've seen this shit in real life. This is,
Is it the same person as before?
No, different person.
I hand them 3 and mark them off.
Yeah. So, what's the next move, guys? Because you're gonna spend the night getting interrupted every now and then, but somebody will answer the door.
So
assume.
I phased out for a second there. What are you selling to random strangers?
we don't know.
It's a special drug that is, the best, apparently.
But you don't know the name of it.
Nope.
Okay.
I can tell you what it's supposed to do. I don't know the name of it.
Oh, what's it supposed to do?
Well, it's supposed to make people feel sort of full, even if they're, if they're experiencing hunger pangs. If they're particularly hot, it'll cool them down, and it sort of, it dulls the senses to the world around them somewhat. So, if you have a difficult existence, this might help you check out for a little while. There's some measure of value in this, as I'm sure you can imagine. But you don't want to indulge in it because, as with a lot of these things, there is a price to pay. Usually that price is you end up face down in the dirt.
Or on fire. Anyway, I should go figure out what Havard wants us to do. Because
you do that. I've got.
I'm not going to stay here.
I'll hold down the fort.
Also, at some point during our conversation, Carla pipes up, like, kind of hearing, like, hey, guys, like, this is, like, maybe a bit of a strange question, but if we need help, I might know somebody here. Do you want me to like find him?
Who?
There's this he's like I don't know, like a doctor, I guess. Anyways, he's a halfling, an old friend of mine. He's his name is Zaid.
And he doesn't want you dead?
I don't think so.
He's a doctor, you say?
She like kind of like looks off into the distance a little bit. Yeah, you could say that.
Does he know how to fix knees?
Yeah. In a way.
I mean, I know a doctor too.
Matilda's not a doctor. She's a witch.
I'm not talking about Matilda. I'm talking about the doctor that was in town that used to fix up us dragoons.
Oh, after drinking too much?
No, after a battle. Why are you guys all thinking I'm a lush now?
Well,
I don't think he's that kind of doctor. Well, he sort of is. Well, yes, he is, and not. I don't know.
I guess we should go find him. He's better than. I'm sure he's better than Havard. That guy's.
And what did you mean when he called you that other name?
Don't worry about it. I had to lie to him because bad things happen, and sometimes people don't need to know your name. And yeah, don't be alone with him. He's
I think he called you Demir.
Yeah, that's not my name.
But why would you not want to use your noble name?
Well, there are some people in this world that do things that other people don't like, and sometimes those people get punished.
Oh, like Elba. I understand, right? And she's like, also, can we go to the old corpse field sometime? No reason, just curious.
Yes, I'll take you to the old corpse field.
I'd
That's
like
the
to go
least I can
too.
do.
I want to see what's going on there.
Oh, of course you do, Genevieve.
What is
I can't
that?
have some alone time.
Oh, she kind of smiles at that, and she's like, "I'll leave you guys alone if you guys want to."
She's like, I feel better with some protection, actually. I don't think
Rutherford, what?
Yeah, I remember my father used to say that was the proper thing to have around suitors.
Genevieve just grins at that.
Sure, yeah, protection, that kind. Anyway, your friend. We should go meet him. The surgeon.
It's like, well, it's late now. Maybe in the morning. Okay, do we want to like flash forward to the morning, or is there anything you guys want to do at night?
No, Rutherford is just going to be very diligent about keeping track of the transactions with the vials.
So you just not sleep?
Yeah, Rutherford is not. Rasmussen is not going to sleep. He's going to be manning the door.
Rasmussen's preparing for his job after Rutherford's gone.
Yeah. Take a make a resolve test. Make it, I think, standard because it's your first day of not sleeping.
So I'm just looking for resolve.
Was I wrong in that resolve? It might be. Yeah, resolve's under willpower.
Oh, got it.
Oof. Would you like to fortune point that?
Or would you like to get robbed in your sleep?
Yeah, I'll fortune point.
Okay.
That was a bad move.
You rolled the wrong thing.
You suffer 11 mental peril.
Okay.
Already?